Yo, what's good, guys? Producer Mykah here, and today, guys, we're gonna be making Afro Highlife groove. So without wasting time, let's just go right to our day of it. I've already made the beat, so I'm just gonna show you guys how I was able to achieve this bound, and I'm also gonna export the one shot as a pack for you guys. So in case you like vibe like this, you're gonna have access to the one shot. Let's listen to this vibe. Yeah, man, so you get the idea on how the beat sounds. So this is beat basically is not like your regular bounce, so you just have to play a lot with your swing, because in order to achieve this bounce your swing has to be swinging. Right, so I'm just gonna solo the drums and show you guys everything that made the groove sound the way it is. But one thing you just need to know is that for me to achieve this, I use the timing of 1/3. So this kind of bounce is actually very difficult for you to arrange the notes, on the channel rack and get the swing. I don't know, I tried it didn't work for me, but maybe there might be a way you can do it. So for me, I had to use the piano roll in order to manually just shift the notes to where I wanted it to be using the timing of 1/3, right? So first off, I started with this clav. Yeah, so I started with this clav. I know in order to get this kind of bounce, the master at doing this kind of bounce is Mastercraft. So I just went over to his sample pack, the MSP sample pack. It has lots of his signature bounce. So we have all this. So I had this from there, and it sounds like this together. So you can see how it's not on the grid. Just shifted it, because once it's on that grid, it's just not gonna give it that bounce. So we have this, and I think I did the timing of 1/3. Can we hear the swing? Then the next thing is this conga. So we have this conga, and this conga is also from the Mastercraft pack, and this is what the conga is playing. So let me just solo these two together. Just put this section. So these two together with the conga, you have this. You can just see how everything is just swinging. So yeah, I played with play with like octave, or play with different pitches. Nice. Then the next thing is you have some percussion drums. So we have this another from the Mastercraft pack. So we have this. Let's put it together. So coming out well. Then we have another percussion. This is also for the Mastercraft pack. This is another conga, and this was this conga is playing. Then next we have this other percussion. This is also from. It's like another conga, and this from the Mastercraft pack. This is what it sounds like. Yeah. Then next is a kick. So for the kick, you just need a very soft kick, and I'm using this kick from the 1 compilation pack. A very soft kick, because for this type of bounce, sound selection is just very important. You cannot just go and carry one hard kick. It's just gonna water down the vibe. So for this kind of vibe, when it's being played live, the kind of kick they use is, I don't know if you've seen this pot with a very big, I don't know, I've seen them play it a lot. So you just be hitting the pot. So that's where you get that kind of soft round kick, right? So that's why we have this kick, and with the kick we have this. And you can see we already have the bounce. I actually grew up in a church where we played lots of Highlife. So I have like a feel of what Highlife actually sounds like. They will have this clav. So this clav is just, I think I got it from Splice. So yeah, we have, so the clav just comes in. So that's what the clav is playing. And I think for this, you just manually have to just shift it in notes, man. Let me see if 1/6 is gonna work. Now you see 1/6 is not working. 1/4. So you just, for me, I just manually just shifted the notes for it to just sit where I want it to be. Then next thing is this shaker. This was somewhere. So yeah, this shaker is what's just giving it the groove. So this is just continuous, just giving it groove. So in my head, I'm picturing, these shakers that have like beats around a calabash, right? So you just be, somebody just be hitting it, yeah. So yeah, we have this bounce. So together with it, we have this. Yeah, then we have, the vibe is sitting well. Yeah, then next thing we have this hi-hats from the one in the back. And this one is playing. You can even feel the swing. It's like it's dragging. Yeah, but you can feel the swing. So yeah, with that hi-hat, we have this together, everything. So when everything comes together, you're not gonna really feel like one sound is dragging. Everything just comes together and just glues and amazing. And I got this, this from the Mastercraft. I hope I'm just like some ambient sound just playing underneath it. So just giving it like it was being played in like an environment. That's what I just wanted. So I have this. Of the cymbal, just be yeah. So that's just what I had in my head. So I had this right sound. So it's just, and so this right sound is also from the Mastercraft pack. Yeah. So you have this. Yeah. So together everything sounds like this. Then just have some random hits. Yeah, so this hit is from the P2J pack. How that. Yeah, and basically that does the whole, the whole thing for the drums. But on that thing, when we got to, this hook, so once you can get that bounce, every other thing is just gonna fit in. You can get some nice chord progression, just put in. It's gonna fit in. The main thing is just getting, your drums to bounce, your drums to be groovy this way, and it's just manually adjusting those notes. Maybe if there's a simple way, maybe you guys could just let me know in the comments. But for me, it's just shifting those notes, right? So when we got to like this part, I just added some log drums and a lot of hits, right? A lot of hits. So let me just solo this section where we have lots of hits. So I have, yeah, so yeah, so just mainly hits here and there. And so for the hits, it's just where I want it to be. I just place it right. So, and the next thing is the bass. So for the bass, Mastercraft, when creating his own, because I've listened to a lot of his production, right? You have this soft, nice bass, right? So let me just play the bass. Yeah, something like this. Yeah. So for the bass, I'm actually using sub boom bass. Yeah, sub boom bass, and I'm just using the default preset that comes with it, right? So you just have to do, if you have sub boom bass with the default preset, you just turn off the sequencer, right? And I love sub boom bass because it has tons of amazing bass. So it's sub boom bass can even be your only bass plugin you have, and it's actually going to serve you well, right? So I just turn off the sequencer because most time the sequencer is turned on, and once the sequencer is turned on, it's just like creating a loop. So let me just turn it on and just press a note. So you can see it's just creating like a repetition. So with it turned off, you are able to play single notes. Then I just increase the attack a little bit. So it's not the full impact that is coming in. It's just that roundness of the bass that is actually coming out. Yeah, so with that, let me just put that on. So with that, we have this. So with the drums and everything, let's turn on the bass. Yeah, so you can see very nice groovy bass. It's complementing the drums, complementing the kick. Everything just comes together to give it that groove. Then I added some log drums because I needed it to. Yeah. So with the log drums, right, I'm using the log drums, the one-shot log drum from the Mastercraft pack, and layering it with a snare. So together I have this. The next thing was for the chord progression. It was just a very, very simple one, just major chords. But I'm just going to go into the flute because the flute is what gives it the vibe. So for the flute, I just needed something nice. So I went over to Splice and I got some nice flutes. So I'm just going to turn on the flute. Yeah, so for this part, I actually use 3 different flutes, right? Just try to blend them together. Yeah, nice. Then I think that's basically all. Then for the chord progression, just something very simple. And for the chord, I'm using Xenology. We have this string warm section, sounds like this. Yeah, so that's just it for the chords. Then we have another layer of chord. I'm using Analog Lab. And for this one, it's called Pad Rendezvous. So let me just solo that. It sounds like this. Very soft. I'm sure you can hear it. Very sweet. It's called Pad Rendezvous. Then the next one is Peculiar Sounds, just in the air pads from Peculiar Sounds. Sounds like this. Yeah, and our tempo is 83 BPM. So imagine 83 BPM is very slow, but the groove is something you can dance to, right? So yeah, so together with the pad, like this. So with the master plan, right, what I did is just to use the glue preset. That's always my go-to. I use the glue preset, right, and just took out the tape and just try to balance the loudness. Yeah, and it sounds really nice, and I'm sure you can attest to that. So let's listen from the top. I hope you got something from this. If you did, man, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, turn on the bell notification so you definitely get notified when next I post. And like I said, I'm gonna try to like export the one shot I use on this. So if you're on the Patreon, you can have the one shot, but basically the one shot are samples already on the Mastercraft, sample pack. So you can just go to About Sounds and go get the pack for yourself. So thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, and see you guys in the next one.